Now, just as a refresher, you've already created the balanced scorecard, which we did through creating it in here first and then loading up the structure through the Connect application. What you've also done is through the administration application, you've uploaded the image of the strategy map, which currently exists as top level. So now we are going to go create the strategy map itself. Now, it's possible when you first sign in, having imported the structure, that the option strategy maps will not show up on your system. You may have to log out up here and then log back in, and then you should see the strategy map option available. So now you've got to the strategy map area. There'll be a button here that says new strategy map because you've not created one yet. When we click on that, let's call this one top level for the sake of argument, and I'm going to call it medium size because that's the medium size image that we uploaded. Okay, now it'll ask you to open up a little Java application that will allow you to work on the strategy map. If you don't have Java loaded on your computer, you'll obviously be asked to install that. Now, this becomes the area that we can build our strategy map in. I'm just going to maximize this. And first thing we're going to go do is in the background image, we're going to go choose the Southwest strategy map that we had designed. So again, it's a strategy model with the objectives and the weightings on it. Now what we're going to go do is on the left here is the hierarchy that has been created. We're going to grab the strategic objective. Now if you click it one more time, you'll get to the metric. We don't want the metric because in some cases there are several metrics associated with it. So we only want to be building this out at the strategic objective level. In this case, that way I1 will show us the combination of on-ground time and hands-on time, the two metrics. So I'm just going to close those down so you don't get confused. And all we have to do is grab that strategic objective and pull it onto the map. And it will default to a rectangle. We're just going to resize it, put it on the map, and now that will change color based on how we're performing month on month. And what will also happen is it will have performance trends over time, and we'll see that later. So we just keep repeating this. You'll find that the tool isn't completely precise in terms of how it moves things around. It moves about 4 pixels at a time. So you kind of have to sort of rough in all of them until you get a size that you're comfortable with on the strategy map. Once you're finished, all you have to do is click Save, and that will save that strategy map. I'm just going to close this down. Now what happens when we access the system and the strategy map area, that strategy map will be the default that we see, and you can see now this will change color based on performance, and up in the top left corner is where the performance icon will appear. So now after just a little bit of clicking and dragging, we've brought over all the strategic objectives. Now if we save that, this is what will be made available to users when they come to the site. Now I've noticed that different computer screen sizes show the strategy map in different sizes. So sometimes I'll create 3 different size strategy maps, small, medium, and large, and people will know which one looks best on their computer and can choose the different sizes. So just choose different pixels and away you go. So that's it. You now have yourself a strategy map. All we now need to do is get some data into it, which we'll talk about in the next step. So to continue the work, we just right-click and choose Edit. And again, the Java application will open up and you can continue editing it. I'm just going to quickly add in the other strategic objectives, and we'll see what that looks like in just a second.